So there's a lot of homosexuality in this West, and sports, and even at work. Yesterday myself, I will not name a big company, but I went to paint for a new guy. And on the second day, he speaks French like me. I'm in Calgary, and it's basically this big building we have to do. 200 millions apparently. It's a food company. The guy is the painter, and he picks me up in the morning, bought me shoes that I had to repay, the mask, and he's like, "You're a good painter, I'll show you how to spray." Anyways, so in the forklift, he touched my dick. Now, today, I had this dream that there was two black teenage girl and was going down the fucking in front of me, the mire, and I'm thinking that I should save them if they go down. And I'm saying as an affirmative in my head, I wouldn't have saved them. So they come out easily, like it was almost a trick, because they came out anti-clockwise behind me, and suddenly down I have my dick, which is a small dick. I took one flower, and the guy that touched me, his name is exactly like a woman who has on the YouTube preference now, a big black woman, adult, which just the feed on YouTube came about a crash course and about the plants and stuff like that. So I guess my dick in that dream was like a plant. I didn't know that until I woke up and I opened YouTube, and that lady, his name is Alexi. Wait a minute. Alexi Nicole Nelson. So 2N. There was two little black women, and the guy that touched me, well, it's kind of it stands for, so it touched me, and behind touched my dick. My dick was never small like this, and she touched it, and I said she touched me. So now we got the Devils playing the Carolina, also a Denier, which is an old Romanian, not Romanian, Roman money, which the Devils play against in the Carolingian stuff, against Hurricane Caroline. The nature goes down. That woman, Alexi Nicole Nelson, will do a book like I'm doing, but my stuff, she's doing it for the food. I talk with some people without knowing what's up, and she's like, "I'm making food." I said, "Last month you should make." She's doing this for years, but I didn't know that you would make like food with plants. I took one plant here when I walked yesterday, first time anyways. And basically, what I'm saying is that in that NBA dream that I had about a month or two about this friendly game, 3 points was one of the most scoring NBA game ever against was Aaron Fox with the Sacramento Kings. Now I speak with a guy which was in the Hells Angels before, because I painted for him. Now I check. Not because apparently he was playing hockey before when he was very young, but there's a professional guy named Marco Valorant. And basically, I don't know if they're the same, anyways, group affiliation, but anyways, this guy Valorant plays in UK and is in for the Chesterfield and the, not the SS, but the S, what's this fucking name? The Sheffield, wait a minute. I guess Sheffield, Sheffield, England. Now the coach over there, I'm telling you right now, when I look at Marco Valorant, there's a YouTuber, Papa's Cherry. And then I was thinking, first video I looked for him, I chose this one. I'm like, oh, it's like she tricked me, she touched me, she tricked me. The guy name is Alexi too that touched me. Now Marco Valorant popped his cherry, like my little dick, and there was this big gland, just like small and a cherry, which has to do with the flowers. Now this fucking guy, look at him, how he's gonna go became like a child when he's gonna get abused or touched by the ass. That's so gay with his coach, which is Aaron Fox. And just like the NBA in the 3 point, then I said, give it to the lamp, and I published this, not much views. And then Aaron Fox was in front of me, and I saw this open ass. And I was in this travel lodge in North Van that I was coughing, and I think there's a pipe, and I was starting to spit blood. I left within, after a month, and that month I left everything open, and it was too strong, this gases. It fucked everything for the first time, my organs. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. And this open ass, Aaron Fox, after he got it from the sideline input basket, and I was kind of covering the fence, I look at his ass and I said, open ass. He got the ball and for the 3 point or something after like 1-2 times. Before that, I said shaky. So this guy, and I said coach, and that as a sarcastic, devilish, I guess, inspired dream. Now this guy, the coach, is like the same fucking thing. Aaron Fox, friendly. I was chatting if they're spying my phone, because 2 years ago I asked to work for the Intel, but then I stopped publishing it. But I had special relation private that I didn't publish, that they told me, which I not published. We don't do night things, which means dream stuff, and it had to do with that day, whatever place. And basically after this, and many other stuff, like, oh, because, why would they have refused me and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm involved. I'm not past that, but I expanded to other stuff. And look at this fucking guy. I heard to not say it, but anyways, that's the coach, I guess, huh? The bubble gum. Look, he couldn't. Speaks like, and then he couldn't even look at him in the face. Just like when this guy touched my dick at work, I couldn't look at him in the face no more, and it was time for me to go. And since it was the first time, I remember I waited just about 5 minutes, because we were in a forklift. Then I went down. He said, well, I think I'm gonna go up alone. He did alone. I was down, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go. And then I just waited about a minute too, and he said, we're gonna take a break. So I thought, okay, I'll leave within the break. I was thinking, I have the harness, I'll take it out. And then I just waited a little bit, like a minute or two longer, and I started to get hairy, like dirty feeling. But just before that, I'm like, my nerves, like, am I grabbing him? And I'm like, I'm past that. I'm doing a book. I don't want to. And this is a big contract with a big company, and I'm like, this guy's he's an idiot. Okay, it was not grabbing, it was touching, but it was so obvious for me because the pole that I put, we had 2 poles up. I put it like not between my leg, but touching the inside of my leg, but left. Like, come on, man, this was like this. I didn't look, but I saw it directly that you aim there in the middle. It's not. There's a difference. If I pick my phone here, I pick my phone here. I don't touch my fucking computer. So, and then I was like, I couldn't look at him when he was talking to me after. He didn't even say sorry. Obviously, like it would have been a real accident. And but even then, I immediately knew. Then he started to fucking paint the pole and an extra pipe that shouldn't have been painted up and wiped it. And, as a consequences of all that shit. Well, it didn't sound gay to me. I guess today they're all fucked up and bisexual and curious with the internet and all that crap of stuff. And this is very bad in the West. This fucking ugly shit, man. If you're a gay man, find another fucking job and don't go to the kindergarten kids, you fucking sickos. Don't go to the fucking professional shit. We're fucking tired of this. That's why, despite not wanting the communist, at least they're not fucking crazy Christian or devilish fucking people who know God like the Jewish God and turn, you follow money, I'm trying to follow money, you're playing with fire, I'm playing with fire, maybe get saved by the fucking mercy of God, but you don't affect people like this. You ain't gonna tell me, oh, you don't have money, so you don't have this temptation to to overpower people for your own pleasure and stuff like that, which you can because you don't have the power and the money and the position for that. Well, yeah, maybe, but I'm telling you something. I don't know if I would have done it, but I'm telling you, as low right now, it's so wrong, and I don't think I would cross that. And crossing it all the time and in position like it's something, it's nothing, and in front of TV and people who come see the hockey game and kids and family, it's a sicko. It's like Bedard that when he's gonna go with the Blackhawks, and the guy that's he was abused with the not Blackhawks but the Blackhawks. So it used to be like this in sport. You got injured, they would send you recently to the Cubs in Chicago, like sleep like a bear. And and there's a different period of time. Maybe that team sleep like a cub will be 10 years like that. Maybe not 50 years when there was a big player and it was more popular. More involved. There's times in the life, and it's like the Bible. The devil can so much do things that still needs a little logic in the unlogic. So it's like writing a book in the wrong way. It still has to have some logic to it to blind the people. And this fucking guy, they come and do that crap of shit in front of people. That, no, I could not do that. And smile like it's nothing, and it's fucking nasty. And then you know that you're dealing exactly with the devil because you're doing something wrong and lies, and you're not the devil. You're not in power to change that, but you feel that power in the world, and it's not the real one that give life. You're just following an extra road. Like you drive a car and you can drive safely, or you can drive in shit. And that's why things pops up in several places, like a multimodal stuff, because the word is God, and just like the devil, he can mimic and destroy, but he has to reverse the exact same thing. For example, Virgin Mary, she's above all the angels, but under God and under Jesus. So it's like the McDonald's ark. They put that in cheap food. So it's not the best food in the world, right? Especially the way they do it, all beef, it's like hot dogs, everything, the heart, the skin, the bones, all mashed up. No, and stuff like that, stuff exactly. Tesla now, it's the T for Jesus, but it's like, oh, this new salvation way, no gas. Man, I'm crying to not see the horses on the street. You walk on the sidewalk, you get blackface, you get you know your lungs. But anyways, I want to get out of this Mr. Gay West stuff, and I feel bad that people do that stuff. The guy that I work for, he said that he played hockey when he was young and soccer. And these kind of shit grabbing you see in the NBA on TV, they do a good point and his teammate grabbed the ass. That's exactly gay. That's exactly, if I would play that, I would exactly tell to nobody in any fucking circumstances, don't fucking touch my fucking ass. But then if it happened because they forget, they get touched too, they forget, and that comes from the coach and all this, and the bad apples that were there and all the other people. You shouldn't do that. It's a fucking professional way. It's grabbing ass. I'm straight. If I employ a secretary, I grab her ass. She did a great job. She made us money, and or she did the fucking forms in half the time. I grab her ass. Nice job. This is wrong, right? I might like it, but it's wrong, and she might not like it. But why these fucking guy in the NBA, they grab the ass even if they're not gay and accept, because that's opening door. It's like not only molding people, but it's like, okay, now you're not gay, you have a strong character, you get grabbed by ass because you get 10, 30 millions a year. Oh, okay, that's just friendly, but it goes down for the people who did it real, and there's a mill around it, and it's all a corruption from the leagues, and I hate that. I would like to see that fucking change. Just be manhood, and doesn't matter. Doesn't mean to fucking beat each other up. Just play rough. Not friendly. You get paid a lot much, and that's so fucking gay, man. That's so gay, you know. When you look at the people who are less gay in these leagues, they usually, I think, well, I was thinking Dennis Rodman, whatever the fuck happened to him. But first, we're thinking about Michael Jordan. Probably straight, and he had whatever. Maybe he wanted to win. They put Rodman with him. Then Shaquille O'Neal came to mind. I don't think that's gay to him. We know he went to Freemason and did some drinks for power. That's just straight corruption, straight insensitive sexual, and that's fine, I guess. For me, it's not fine because I'm not a saint. It's not fine for people who follow God, but I'm talking about somebody who's trying to follow money. It's fine. So, but these fucking players that are weak just to get a job and somewhere to play hockey and not go to McDonald's or any other jobs, and open their ass like this guy, to Aaron Fox, to the Sheffield Sheffield who again? Sheffield what? Steelers. That's why I'm saying SS, not because of the Hells Angels and shit like that. And the guy that I worked for before, apparently is a retired guy, and that's fine. That's why I can talk about it. He works painting. You know, that's everybody's choice. You know, there's a lot of tentacles to the devil. All the professional stuff, even in the army, if you're not gay, it's still evil to go kill somebody, you know. But I think there's, maybe I targeted to somebody who didn't make money again, like I said. Maybe that's why I didn't look. This guy was 30 an hour. He was showing me to spray. I never wanted to spray because I'm with the brush. Probably one of the best in the world, not in my country. Fast, everything. So I never had problem painting and getting paid 25 or more cash and stuff like that. He was giving me 30 check, but he said, like I spoke on him on the phone, I was writing a book and stuff. He said, pick your days. Every week you can call me. Not everybody at Paul's gonna say that, you know. They don't have to put up with that. But he said, I'll help you. Well, I didn't know that, you know, this kind of help comes with a certain cost. And I just thought, oh, he speaks French in an English thing, and, you know, didn't sound gay, didn't look gay too much, I guess. He was telling me about girl before. But yeah, I'm not gonna compromise like this, even not gay, and rub shoulder and pretend or being a bitch under like a woman. No, man, you can try to give me 20,000 a day. I'm not gonna do it. You know, if I do it a day, I'll feel so bad and vomit and tell you fuck you after I get 20,000. And absolutely that it doesn't do a second time, but I don't see it because it's already done. More another time I'll fucking punch it, but that one not happen. So I'd rather go and kill myself in any fucking environment at the temporary for $10, $15. The fucking underwear that I wear, when you touch it, I fucking threw it in the floor. I cannot even put it. Now, guess what happened? I thought about burning it yesterday, but guess what's happening with this guy right now? I cannot even come close. Until that fucking guy gets really shit and dirty, then I'll probably can pick it up. That's just how it is, and I don't have to know about it. I just have to feel it. And you know, they might fuck around with what they want, but the beauty is that you can curse anybody, or you can do any fucking shit for justice in the corner, in your secrecy, and that person will really get punished. And you don't have to fight with your fist, and that person can die. So you just have to, whoever had the power from God or other stuff, you don't have to learn about it, these kind of magic and occult. If you're sincere and you're honest and you're trying to be just, it might just come with it by itself. It always helps to sit down and trying to put it in writing to develop it more. But me, before I took a downfall, I cursed 1 or 2, 3 people last year or so, and they all died. The first one I said within a year. Bruce Willis portrayed the game. This guy started to copy a professional, apparently legend in the sport gambling. I think they made a movie about it. He died. I told him he's gonna die within a year. So he started to copy and kind of ignore me. At the end, I even heard when he was in the hospice, what do you want, money? It's nothing he could have done it, because I'm integrity. So I'm not gonna go against myself. I don't even think it's possible. Then what it stands for, not only, but yeah. But I told him, the Divine Mercy on Twitter. Then the queen, the bitch, was tired of being on the woman, being in Canada, but I'm supposed to be a French Canadian, so go figure out. All these black countries, that the UK, all these islands that are still ruling over, and they didn't put the French Canadian flag, and it's fucking dirty. It is dirty. So you see, when they release some Hells Angels, they say, "Oh, we're autochthon and we're native." Even though you're not native, they cannot deny that you're right to say native, and they might say, "Oh, well, we think you because you're native," or like a native goes in jail, they get released easy. We say, "Oh, because of your ancestry, it might have developed you antisocial stuff." What about all the fucking French Canadians? Not being in their country? Are they all schizophrenic? Or recently, in the last 20 years, a lot of famous people got on medication there and getting crazy and schizophrenic. Like I said to my best childhood friend 20 years ago, when we started to split, and now he's in a cybercrime in the RCMP. I told him, French Canadian, they all schizophrenic, because it's a country within a country. So you got, and it's still not a country. So it's France, English, and and it's not good for your mental health. And they're fucking around people like this, and people like Justin Trudeau and all these French prime ministers. They all sold out, because if they put an English guy, maybe then the French, they're separate, or it's fucking, it's all corruption, and it's really bad. And by the way, that's another trick of the devil, because if France was new France in Quebec, it would have opened the door for European through France ties, strong ties. If it was a country, Quebec would have been a stronger west with Europe, consequently in a stronger, safe world, I guess. And but whatever, man. It's fucking all this shit, man. just like a bomb explode, everything around, man, it becomes dark, and that's what I see everywhere. And you know, it's disgusting. And the more you look into it, you fit in a disgusting world if you don't stay with your dad God. It's more clean, and you should stay with that God. It's more clean if you're still young and have the choice. Even that church is full of gays, man. This is absolutely fucking crazy. But if you ain't corrupt and you decide to go to the church like Padre Pio, stay put and never bind, and God's gonna do great stuff, and they're gonna attack you, even these gay priests in the church. But you know, just like they cannot attack God, if you stay with God, you might float in front of them, and they're gonna have to shut their fucking dirty mouth eventually. And it's really bad, man. Just like all I can say with my weakness is what the apocalypse says: Jesus come. You know, every time I see some shit and I know I'm not good, I say like the apocalypse said, whoever listen and hear it, say Jesus come. And I say amen to that, Jesus come.